5-1, and so you're coming up in a couple of bouts, so you better follow suit.
This one's going to be a good one. Phil Brown, nationally ranked wrestler for Maryland, 22-4. Solomon Fleckman, Lehigh's fine freshman, 10-4.
Well, what helps Brown was his runner-up in the Midlands, and that's a tough tournament. He lost to a wrestler from Arizona. He's an experienced senior out of Sykesville. He redshirted last year. He's been runner-up in the ACC.
So you got the veteran senior against the talented freshman, and Larry, this is always tough for the freshman, no matter how good you are. And Solomon is a fine wrestler. Come up against a tough veteran like this.
And they also know that Solomon wants to work the upper body combination and to block him out. And in that case he did, but the stalling went against Maryland. Referee felt there was blocking on Maryland's part.
Fleckman doesn't seem to be afraid of him, certainly. He's staying right after him. Phil Brown is from Sykesville, Maryland.
Drops
now
down.
He's got the left leg, but Fleckman backs out of it. Now Fleckman tries to take a dive at it and nearly ends up on the bottom.
Halfway through the first period, no score on the board so far.
And they're off. Did you know that these three were?
Pat Scully got that one, believe it or not. And Steve Shields, that was just easy to show. And the last guy on the list from Easton, Pennsylvania, was who, Shell? Bobby Sloan.
Bobby Sloan. Bobby, I remember, was around 126, 34.
He holds 2 records in Grace Hall. In on that single.
Now will Fleckman be able to keep him in? He's going to pull him into the middle, hopefully, for Lehigh fans.
But he went too far.
And he went too far, and he ends on the bottom.
He got hurt, too.
Start the clock. He gets 2 for a takedown.
Got hurt, too. He reached inside to trip, and he missed the trip, and Brown just spun around. But I was saying about, you watch that takedown. Watch him go for the trip with his leg. Lift there he goes for the back heel trip, and then boom, he lands on the back of him, but he's literally spun around in midair. So I don't know if it was on his hip, his thigh, or where it ended up.
I think he landed on his head. I think it was the side of his head, near the eye.
Well,
I don't know if he's
very quiet, but we were talking about Bob Sloan holding 2 records here. And he does. He has the quickest fall. I think it was 15 seconds against somebody from Indiana State, but he also has the fastest.
I got to tell you, Solomon Fleckman got to be the grittiest. When you see the way he went down here, and then we'll recall the match, I think it was either Oklahoma or Wisconsin, when he just had a cramp for the last 2 minutes and hung in there when a lesser guy kind of would have marched off the mat and said, that's it.
Stop it. Okay, Lehigh.
I mean, you're talking a lot of grit with this young man.
I think they read 115 injury, so that means he's got 15 seconds left.
So
get set.
Definitely was a head injury, stunned him for a little bit. And it could have been a lot worse than the loss of 2 points on a takedown. Injury to Fleckman for Lehigh would have been disastrous.
Fleckman breaking up front and gains an escape. 2-1 on the board.
I'm telling you, Larry, he's not going to give up. He's staying right in there. 25 seconds to go. He was so close to having those 2 himself. I mean, it was a matter of seconds.
He missed that leg, and wisely Brown just spun around, hung on to him, swung around like a swing.
Now that's the difference between wrestling a senior and another freshman.
Well, it's the difference in having that innate ability to use your legs. It's very beneficial to almost swing like a monkey on a tree to come around and start hooking.
Fleckman prefers to be on the top, and there's the buzzer, and it happened
I think we have an injury to him. He got tripped up.
Yeah, no, I think he's okay. I think both wrestlers really putting on a great exhibition. Phil Brown, fine wrestler. He was shook up when he went down to the mat, but Fleckman ran out of time. as he was on his way down, the buzzer sounded. So now we're going into the second period in a great bout. 158. Freshman for Lehigh, senior for Maryland, nationally ranked Phil Brown, currently ranked 8th in the country at this weight class. Riding time, no factor.
Nice shoulder roll by Brown. Goes right around the back.
Fleckman manages to get out of that one. Gets
Brown,
the escape.
I notice when Brown makes his moves, he bolts. He just he gets into position, and he doesn't do anything in the slow motion.
3-1.
Okay, guys.
Sorry about that.
Let's stay out of each other's faces. Next one's going to be a point. Stay out of each other's faces. Just wrestle. Get set.
One of the few times, Larry, I have ever heard a wrestler say, "I'm sorry about that." And we heard Phil Brown say that.
No, Rupel said it last night.
Oh, did he?
There's another poke in the face. Brown got...
Now, right on the feet like this. This is where Fleckman likes to...
Both guys are stalling. 1 point Lehigh. They're both stalling. 1 Lehigh.
1 Lehigh.
Both men have been warned for stalling. Rarely been penalized. Keep wrestling.
Well,
now Fleckman tries to come around, but Brown manages to bar
a couple
up
of times when
and prevent it.
Fleckman's gone in, he's put his hand behind his neck and pulled Brown down, and Brown's gone right at it on the leg. So your wrestling experienced grappler got to play it cool. And now he's down by 3 with a 5-2 lead for Brown, Maryland. And they're moving up. His score is now his team score 13 for Lehigh Engineers. Maryland Terps have 6. 20 seconds left, second period.
Fleckman trying to get out, nearly did, but could not.
Brown's working on 2-1, singles, tight waist.
Period ends. Here's the takedown by Phil Brown of Maryland.
Your choice, top, bottom, or neutral.
Pulls on the head, goes back, actually just trips that leg. Slips it right behind, kind of a la Pete Yazzo.
Let's go, Lehigh. Get set.
So Fleckman will need an escape and a takedown to get back in the bout.
Okay, top man.
Trailing by 3, third period.
Go, top man. Get set.
Interesting, Larry, in the collegiate rankings, the Amateur Wrestling News,
He's got 1. They're neutral.
you got a team ranked 14th, Bloomsburg, and they've lost more than they've won. And they're still ranked 14th. 4-5 record for Bloomsburg.
More activity.
Now, both wrestlers have been warned. The Maryland wrestler has been penalized. The score's 5-3. We got 139 to go. Maryland.
Some strange statistics. Indiana has wrestled only 3 bouts this year, Larry. Duels. Lost 2 of the 3, and they're ranked 17th in the country.
Yeah, I was surprised when they had Navy down at 3-0. I can't believe that because I think Navy's already wrestled 12 or 13 bouts.
Yeah.
There's another quick move by Brown. He almost gets the takedown.
Now, Fleckman's going to have to be careful. If he gets warned, he's going to lose a point. The other warning call, the other stalling call, resulted in a team point for Lehigh. Brown has been warned twice.
Again, he's up underneath.
A minute to go. Fleckman trails by 2. Wily opponent, Phil Brown.
Both guys are stalling.
Now they're both stalling.
Now the next
So
time
it's 6-5.
right, but Brown just comes right back, gets a
And that
takedown.
ought to do it for Phil Brown. 8-4.
Off the mat.
A 4-point lead.
Now I thought that was the third
No, it's a
stalling call on Phil
He had a
Brown.
warning, then a penalty. So the next time, it'll be 2 against
Step bottom man.
Brown and 1 against Fleckman.
Okay, top man.
But with 36 seconds to go,
Bobby's not going to matter.
Fleckman not trying to get up and get away.
Fleckman
He's got 1.
gets out.
We're neutral.
But not much more is going to come of this.
Yeah, because there's another situation, Shell. 59 seconds time advantage differential.
Break back to center. Tie your shoe, please. Lehigh.
59 seconds time advantage for Brown. Bill Brown of Maryland.
So Fleckman's going to have to do something violent here. He's going to try the takedown.
Get set.
Something probably he would not ordinarily try because it is time running down.
Going for that underhook combination and can't do it with those 2 seconds left.
So it'll be an 8-5 victory for Phil Brown over Solomon Fleckman. The score moves to 13 for Lehigh, 9 for Maryland. We'll be back with more wrestling in just a moment. Lehigh University, Shel Siegel and Larry Sheridan bringing you all the action. Mark Walensik this afternoon out in New Brunswick.